Hello friends, welcome back to the channel Writing Buddha. So today we are going to talk about this book called Another Time, Another Place, written by Chandni Sengupta. So this book is about two people, Samaira and Mayank, who are poles apart in their personality, but slowly and gradually they are going to come together and fall into love, and then the same story, but then a twist will come. A fact about Mayank, which is not known to Samaira, will be disclosed, and then how their relationship will change completely overnight. So this book is going to be all about that. It's a very short book of only 190 pages, published by Rupa publication, so you can complete it within a single sitting itself. So this is one of the last books I read in the previous year 2021, and it was a light read, a good read, a complete romantic book that we generally look out for. So this book is basically written in chapters format, where each chapter has a name of the character from both main characters. So if a chapter is about Samaira, it will tell what Samaira version is about a scene, and then the next chapter would be about Mayank, and then it will tell what's Mayank version about it. So it was a very interesting read, where I could imagine both the characters in their respective bedrooms thinking at the same time what they are thinking at the same time, and I could visualize that very properly, and how each of them are considering the same aspect of their life in two different ways is very nicely conveyed by the author here. Chandni remains very focused towards her main two characters. So even when there are other characters also involved in this story, you are mostly kept focused towards Mayank and Samaira only, because author wants us to understand how their relationship is growing, and through what challenges it is finally going to become a love story altogether, and the impact of it, how it is going to change their life forever. So author doesn't shy away from speaking about all the concerns of the contemporary world, and how each gender sees the other gender, where every time you get attracted towards someone, rather than thinking about being with them, spending quality time, it is all about getting physically intimate with another partner, and author tries to convey about that. She tells how sex is no more a taboo, where a guy who is already slept with 25 odd girls for the sake of one night stand gets another girlfriend, and he is quite open even in front of her, where he tells her about all his previous explorations, and doesn't shy away at all while telling about himself and the kind of life he has lived. So author tries to explain that how normalized this has become, and it is no more a taboo at all. Then I liked how she is able to describe the character of Samaira, who is a 32-year-old girl who has never been into any kind of relationship. Leave physical intimacy, she has not been in any relationship. So trying to write about such a character, because it could have sounded very unrealistic, because these days we don't have many such people whom we can give an example of. So but still she is able to make her character relatable and realistic. Author also tells about how people are wrongly taken into a relationship in the name of arranged marriage, and they are married, and so almost every couple is unhappy with their tie-offs. And she tells how parental pressure makes people say yes to certain people and get into the such permanent kind of relationship called marriage, which finally ruins the life of both the partners who get involved into this. Author is very open about it. Then there's a twist in the climax, and that halts the relationship of Mayank and Samaira. I just made their hashtag kind of a name. So as soon as the book will end, you will keep it on your heart, and you will think what should have happened with them and what should not have happened with them. So that's the kind of impact this book will make upon you after knowing their story of Mayank and Samaira, irrespective of whatever good or bad happened with them, or the kind of good or bad decision they took for themselves. So the book is all about that. Now talking about the drawbacks, I would say that, as I told in the initial part of the review, this book is divided into certain chapters where their versions are told separately, Mayank and Samaira's. But what happens is that sometimes author is not able to manage this well, because of which she just ends up jumbling between both the chapters, and the narration becomes flat, and you just become confused that why am I reading the same thing twice, or am I skipping something. So that becomes a sort of problem in between. Then this book is more about their chatting and conversation on mobile, on phone, and it becomes boring after a point of time, because you don't want to learn how they're talking with each other, but you want to see what happens when they meet each other personally, and how they are developing their bond, how they are getting close to each other. But more than that, the conversation takes away the fun of it. Climax, I believe, could have been more powerful, and I believe that it just got, and it just ended abruptly. By the time you are able to process it, the climax is already gone off and the book is over. So I believe author could have done something there to manage it. This book unfortunately sounds less like a novel and more like a scene of a romantic movie. So somewhere I think author was thinking, what if the book can get adapted into a digital version, and more focus was about writing in that direction than writing it as a novel completely. So that is something I felt while reading the book. There are a little bit of typos and spelling mistakes, so I really don't know that how can it happen with a big publication like Rupa. So I think because the book was released somewhere between the work from home phase, lockdown phase, so maybe someone must have got very casual in their work at home because I know even I get quite casual sometimes due to the work from home format. So this was just a joke. And yeah, so overall this is a very fine book. You can read it. It's a light book, mainly for the audience less than 24 years of age, when love is initially blooming for the first time in your life. And it is for the beginners who have not picked many books and want to get into reading. They can pick this book and read. I give it an average 3 stars out of 5, and I hope you like it. So if you have liked this video, please do like and share the video, and if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please do subscribe. Thanks a lot.